Greetings, all. I'm Dr. Xeturah Woodley. For those who don't know me, I am the Womanist Scholar here on YouTube. Welcome to today's session. Now, today I'm coming to you live with information about a course that I'm going to be offering. The name of the course is the Dissertation Reboot. It will be offered in September, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it in just a minute. I just want to welcome all of you to the live cast for this information session. Welcome aboard. Now, look, before I get started, let me tell you, like I always do, I'll keep you informed about my monitors. Right now, I'm working off of 3 different monitors. I have one over here, one up front there, and one over here. So as you see me looking from side to side, it's just because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the information and that I'm on the correct slide as I go through this presentation. So let me start off today's information session, by letting you know what the agenda is for today. So during this live session, I am going to cover course information, tell you a little bit about the course. I'm going to talk with you about me as the instructor, a little bit about my background and why I decided to offer this course. I'll talk with you about what outcomes you can expect if you register for the course. I will give you registration information and I'll answer questions. So for those of you who are joining me, just as a reminder, the course I'm talking about is the course called Dissertation Reboot. It's a course I'm offering for those of you who have been working on your dissertation for 2 years or more. In other words, you're in your dissertation hours and you may or may not be writing right now, but it really is an opportunity for you to get back on track with your dissertation. That's what this course is all about. So if you're just joining me live on YouTube, hi and welcome. I'm going to get the comments section open so I can see any comments that you write. Remember, I will be answering questions at the end, but as we go through, if you have a question, please feel free to ask, okay? All right, so let me start off by giving you some information about the course. This course is a graduate level course. It is for doctoral students, those students that are registered in PhD programs. It's not for any one university, it's for students all across the country, right? If you have been in your dissertation hours for, I'd say 2 or more years, this might be a good course for you. The course runs September 3rd through the 30th of this year. The course is asynchronous, so it doesn't require, there are no required class or group, the whole class. There are no sessions where you all have to be online at the same time. So that's why the coursework, everything about the coursework is asynchronous with the exception of 2 meetings. During the 27 days, you will be meeting with me twice, having a one-to-one meeting with me twice. Now, what is the point of the one-to-one meeting? In this class, I really want to spend some hands-on time with each and every student that takes the class. So I'm limiting the number of students that can register for the class. During those one-to-one meetings, we will be working on your completion plan. You will have an opportunity to meet with your dissertation chair, or at least schedule a meeting, hopefully meet with your dissertation chair during the course. And then you'll come back to me and we'll meet again to go over what you discussed with your dissertation chair, what your chair thought of your completion plan, all of the stuff that you'll be doing in the course. We'll come back toward the end of the course and we'll have a meeting about that too. So the only 2 synchronous kinds of activities will be with me during a meeting. So we'll have 2 of those. Every week there are required assignments. Now, these assignments directly relate to your dissertation. I call them dissertation activities. So every assignment really is related to your getting back on track with your dissertation, assessing where you are, making a plan of action, and getting in action with writing your dissertation. All right, so there are required assignments due every single week. Now, I'll say this part. One of the questions that I keep getting asked is if it's a self paced course, and I say, no, it's not. Self paced implies that you can pace yourself. You could do it at your own pace and your own speed. I actually have created a pacing guide for you as part of this course. And part of that pacing is the assignments that are due every single week. So it's not a self paced course, it really is a guided, facilitated course, just like one you would take at your university. There are required assignments. This course is going to happen in Canvas and ThriveCart Learn. Now, some of you may not have experience with ThriveCart Learn. It's okay. Most of that is a repository for information. So most of what will be there will be done toward the end of the course. Most of what you'll be doing in this class will be done on Canvas. I have a course from Instructor Canvas, and you'll be working on Canvas. Now, if you've never taken a course on Canvas, if you are not familiar with it, don't worry. I have some tutorials that you can watch in order to get ready to learn how to use Canvas. So all of this course is going to will be done on those two platforms, Canvas and ThriveCart Learn. So that's a little bit of information about the course. Now, at this point, I want to tell you why I am offering this course, a little bit of my background, and why I've chosen to offer this course. So, I was a doctoral student once. That's why now I have a PhD, but I didn't always have a PhD. And as a doctoral student, when I got to dissertation hours, I was working part time on my PhD because I was working full time. Now, I know a lot of you are in the same situation, right? You have life that is happening and you need to get your dissertation done in the midst of life. And whether that life be family, it's with friends, it's having a full time position. I too was in that situation. So I know what it's like to get off track with my dissertation and for it to take much longer than it should because I had to work. And I was working and applying for promotions as they became available, taking promotions as they were offered to me, and my dissertation got pushed further and further back. I just kept forgetting the why I was on my dissertation. As a matter of fact, at one point, I really was feeling like, do I even need this PhD? Like, do I even need it anymore? And it was during one of the positions that I held at a community college, an academic executive position, a position as a vice president, where I said, yeah, it's time for me to stop pushing it back, putting it on the back burner, and delaying if I really do want to become a university professor, full time, a tenured university professor. I need to have a PhD in order to do that. Now, I may not have needed the PhD to continue working in the community college, but for what I had planned moving forward, I really did need that PhD. And so I took a leave of absence from a vice president of academic affairs position I had so that I could go move to southern New Mexico and finish my doctorate at New Mexico State University. And it took me 6 months of full time working on the dissertation to get it done, right? I left the community college after getting my PhD. I left that community college and went into a tenure track faculty position, received or earned tenure promotion. But it was during the time that I was a doctoral faculty member, tenure track, that I really learned a lot about the dissertation process. And I learned strategies and techniques that I used with my own doctoral students. I have been a chair for a number of dissertations. I have been on the committee for even more dissertations. And I advise as a consultant on dissertations. In all of that work, I've been able to drill down to those core functions, those core activities that make a difference for students to complete their dissertations, especially those students that were like me, that were working full time, working part time on their dissertation, that were had other responsibilities. Um, and so now what I've done is designed a course to help share some of those strategies, those techniques, those practices that make a difference for completing your dissertation. One of the things you'll hear me say over and over in today's live session is you need to be doing dissertation producing activities if you want to have your PhD. And so, dissertation producing activities are what are going to do it. And in this course, I really am committed that you learn what those are and put them into practice. So that's why I'm offering this course. Now, if you decide to register for the course, if you take this course, what can you expect to take away in the course? What are those outcomes, those objectives, those tangible things that you can take with you as you leave the course? So here they are. First of all, you'll have a plan for completion. You'll have a plan that you can follow, adjust minor adjustments along the way, but a plan that you can follow so that you will be done with your dissertation within the next year. Now, what do I mean by the next year? The next 12 months, by August of 2025. At the latest, by um, by December of 2025. So I'm telling people 12 to 18 months. That is what we're going to map out as your completion plan. Now, whether you hit those goals is up to you and your dissertation chair. So you'll meet with your dissertation chair with your completion plan, your map, your completion map. You'll go over that with your chair. Your chair will tell you whether or not that's feasible, and then you will take actions accordingly. So the only way that you're going to get done in 12 to 18 months is if you take committed and dedicated action, doing dissertation producing activities, and get your dissertation done. But leaving the class, you will have a plan for completion, and it'll be oriented toward 12 to 18 months. You will start writing on your dissertation. So during that 27-day period, in September for this class, the goal is to get you to write. You will learn strategies and techniques for writing, but we're going to put some structures in place to actually get you writing. So, one of the key takeaways from being in the class is that you will leave writing on your dissertation. The next is you will have scheduled meetings with your dissertation chair. So, you're going to have scheduled at least one, possibly more, meetings with your dissertation chair. And all of that, again, depends on where you are in the dissertation writing process, right? But you're going to leave with at least one meeting on the books for you and your chair. You will leave having taken meaningful progress toward completion of your dissertation. So you will actually see some tangible progress in completing your dissertation, because between the writing sessions, the completion plan, the dissertation activities that you'll be doing in this course, and the meetings with me, you will see some progress, or at least that progress is possible. But I really am committed that you take action to have you progress further in the dissertation process. Okay? All right. So, how do you register for this course? Registration is $250. I forgot to tell the people in the Facebook group. Almost forgot to tell them. Thank goodness that somebody sent me a question about it. But the cost for this course is $250 plus tax. Now, why 250? Well, 250 is basically the equivalent of 2 hours of meeting with me on a one-to-one basis. Consulting time for me with doctoral students that meet with me and have me review documents, it ends up being $125 an hour. That is my hourly rate for a meeting with some document review. So basically, what you're paying for is 2 meetings with me, but for the $250, not only are you getting the 2 meetings with me, you're also getting course content. You're leaving with documents that will help you complete your dissertation. You're getting a weekly writing structure to ensure that you're writing. And so you're getting all of these bonuses for the price of 2 meetings with Dr. X. Now, here's the other thing. Most graduate courses, 1 credit hour costs more than the cost of this course. So so keep that in mind as you're considering whether or not to register for the course. Registration will open today at 5 p.m. Now, why is it opening at 5 instead of right now? I had the meeting or had a live session with the people on Facebook at noon today, and I wanted to wait until I have this session with you today at 2 o'clock. I want to give people who couldn't attend the live session a chance to watch the videos over on Facebook as well as on YouTube before I open registration. And that is because I'm limiting the number of people that could take the class. I just want to make sure that there aren't too many people in the course because I really do want to have some hands-on one-on-one time with you with your dissertation or your dissertation proposal if you haven't defended your proposal yet, or your dissertation plan. Like, I really want to have time to work directly with you. And I can't do that if I have a very large section. This is a seminar type course. And so I'm not going to have like tons of people registered in the class. Instead, it'll just be a very small number that will be allowed to register. Okay. Now, if you go to try and register for the course and it's already full, what you'll get is a message from me that invites you to put yourself on the wait list. All right. You can put yourself on the wait list. And as seats become available, I will email you and let you know that seats are available. If you'd like to register, go ahead and try and register. If there's enough interest on the wait list, then I might open a second section. But for right now, there's only going to be the one section. If you'd like to register after 5 o'clock today, then go ahead and go over to womanistscholar.org/reboot, and you will get a chance to register for the course. That is all the information I want to present to you today about the class, the Dissertation Reboot. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and open up the session I'm going to go ahead and open up for questions if you have them. I am going to go ahead and answer a couple of questions that I got beforehand while I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to ask a question now. Know that there is about, here on YouTube is about a 10-second delay between when I ask for the questions, when you post them, and when I see them, okay? So here was one question I got was about cost. Again, it's $250 for the registration. Another question was about self-paced, which I've already answered for you. The reason that it's not a self-paced course is that you can't get all that I have you doing in this class. You can't get it all done in one day. So you can't log in on September 29th and do all of the assignments and for them to be done by the 30th. That's just not possible because part of it really is you're learning how to pace yourself, how to take daily action, and how to really get re-engaged with your dissertation. So it's not something that you're going to be able to do in one day, which is part of the reason why I don't teach it self-paced. I'm also not much of a self-paced teacher, like a correspondence teacher. I'm much more hands-on. So that is why it's not a self-paced course. The other question is about transcripted credit. So this class is not a university course. I'm offering it through my company, Xeturah Advisors. You will be able to earn a completion certificate at the end, but the class is not set up to offer college credit for taking it. So this would not be a transcripted course. It's not a course that you take and the university gives you credit for, because remember, I'm not doing it through any university. I'm doing it through my company. And so it's not transcripted, so you won't be able to get college credit for it. After I offer the course a couple of times, I might look at continuing ed credit. But right now, there is no continuing ed or university credit available for the course, although you will be able to get a completion certificate from me once you are done. All right? All right. I don't see any questions right now, so I don't want to continue to go on and just keep you guys online. Listen, I appreciate all of you for watching this video. If you weren't able to attend it live, thank you so much for watching it now. Whatever time you're watching it at, just know that after 5 p.m. on Sunday the 18th, you should be able to go in and register for the course. I'll put the information back up for you in just a second. If you have any follow-up questions after watching this video, please feel free to send those to me, Dr. X at womanistscholar.org. Again, all right, last thing, don't forget, if you'd like to register for the course, go ahead to womanistscholar.org/reboot. Cost is $250 plus tax, and registration opens today at 5 o'clock. Listen, I appreciate all of you for participating with the Womanist Scholar content on all of the social media platforms. I have an Instagram page, which I'm going to get better at the Instagram. I'm working on it. Thanks for visiting the Instagram page, the Facebook page, here on YouTube, and of course on LinkedIn. I appreciate you taking some time out of your Sunday today to be with me. Thanks so much for watching, and have a terrific week. Hey, thanks so much for watching today's video. I appreciate your engaging with the content here on the Womanist Scholar. If you haven't already done so, please feel free to click the like button and also think about subscribing. That way, you'll be notified whenever another video like this one comes out. Thanks so much for watching, and have a terrific day.